We completed a lab in class on the effects of ocean acidification in salt water versus in distilled water.
Some background information includes the ocean's normal pH is 8.2. The ocean's buffering system utilizes carbonate ions and carbonic acid to regulate the pH level by limiting the amount of hydrogen atoms. The carbon dioxide that is produced from burning fossil fuels is released into the atmosphere, and much of it is absorbed by the ocean. As more CO2 is absorbed, more hydrogen atoms are produced, and this excess hydrogen is raising the ocean's pH level, harming the ocean and its inhabitants. Questions we were looking to answer in this experiment were: how does carbon affect the pH of water? How does this vary between salt and fresh water? And what is the effect of adding calcium carbonate?
Our hypothesis was as follows. Adding CO2 will cause the water to become more acidic due to the CO2 bonding with the water to form carbonic acid, which then disassociates, increasing the hydrogen ion concentration. Our other hypothesis was that the addition of calcium carbonate will make both solutions less acidic. In your experiment, did the distilled or the salt water take longer to change pH level when you flew into the test
The
tube?
salt water.
How did the two waters vary in their reactions when you added the calcium carbonate?
They both changed back to their original color, but it took a lot longer for, I think it was salt water, to return to its original color.
Okay. Did distilled or salt water take longer to change pH level when blown into?
The salt water took longer to change pH levels.
And how did the two vary in their reaction to the addition to the calcium carbonate?
The salt water dissolved the calcium carbonate better than the fresh water.
Thank you.
Okay. So in conclusion, we filled one test tube with distilled water and the other with salt water and put universal indicator in both. Then we blew into the test tubes with straws to see how the different water would react with the carbon dioxide. Our results showed us that both types of water ended up becoming more acidic, but it took 4 minutes longer for the salt water to change pH than the distilled water. If we did this lab again, we would change the fact that the straw never enters the liquid, because we feel that if the straw was in the liquid, then the water would have gotten a higher amount of carbon dioxide. Another way that we could change this lab would be to count the amount of exhales rather than recording the amount of time that it took the liquid to change color, because whenever we inhale through the straw, we stop adding carbon dioxide to the water.